is block 10 that we're working on today. I had to like double count and triple count. We are on block 10 and my goal is 12. So that means we have this week's block, which will be 10, the next week 11, then the week after will be 12. And then I'm sure we'll do one more episode, so to speak, just to put all this together. That's kind of blowing my mind. That's amazing. Okay, so today is Blockhead Day. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the craft room. I am really glad that you're here. I cannot believe that we're this close already. I feel like there was like panic there in the middle for me, and that's probably what drug this on for me. I am so excited. We are going to be making Windblown, this one right here. But before we get started, I want to give like a huge shout out to everyone who is participating in the mystery bundle giveaway, Mystery Stitches. I'm not gonna lie to you, this has been absolutely blowing my mind. I just have to show you this. So give me like 2 minutes of your time extra and then we'll go to this blockhead. Here are this morning's orders and like late last night. I am like absolutely blown away. Spoiler alert, it's actually Tuesday today, but we'll pretend it's Thursday. So this has been up for almost 24 hours now. And this is kind of blowing my mind that we have had so much participation. This is, like I said, is just this morning and late last night, but I sent a whole bucket of mailers off yesterday as well. So these are all of our mystery bundles. These are mystery bundles plus extra. This is mystery bundle plus a lot extra. And I am just so grateful because this is so fun. And I had my daughter help me after school yesterday and my husband was helping me. This was a lot of manpower. Here's a lot extra as well. But I am so hugely grateful that so many of you are playing. My goal was to have 30 people total play. That was like biggest dreams. That's how many people would play. So far, we have had 26 entries to the mystery bundle. And it just like is blowing my mind that in a day I've almost hit my goal. You guys are showing up and I am so appreciative. I am like drowning in emails, but it is the best kind of drowning because look what we're getting out of it. But this kind of got me thinking, what if we added another prize? This is how many states we have shipped to so far for all of these bundles. Is that crazy? We really have no duplicates. Every one of these has gone to a different state, and it's just like crazy time. So we decided we would print out a we would print out a map, and then we would color what states we have shipped to. So here's the extra bonus for this mystery bundle. If we can fill this map, then I will offer another prize. So we'll still have our top 3 winners for the blocks, but then we'll do a random draw if we can fill this map. So I know that Alaska and Hawaii are tough, so I'm not worried about Alaska and Hawaii, but if we can get the continental US all filled, there'll be an extra prize. So take a good look. If there's anyone you know in any of these states, then you better shout out to them and say, hey, there's this really fun game that I'm playing and you should enter it so I have a chance at another prize. You can be selfish about it, it's cool. One more look. So ultimately, thank you so much for all of your guys' support. I am so excited to start seeing these come in. Only 2 people said no to a mailer. So hypothetically, if everyone mails their block backs, we could have enough for 2 quilts. Crazy times. We have had a couple of votes for auctioning off the quilt top and then donating proceeds to charity. We've talked about that before. But it was also suggested that we offer the quilt top as another prize. So I haven't completely decided what we're going to do with the quilt top, but I figured that was definitely something we could decide together. So not only tell me how cute this block is today, but also tell me what you think we should do with these quilt tops. So it's actually coming into fruition that we'll have one. So I'm like, oh, I actually like have to make decisions or something. All right, this is the wind-blown block. I think it took more than 2 minutes. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad. This is the wind-blown block. It's super cute. I love this kind of like spiral. Honestly, it makes me think of leaves caught in like little baby twisters. We used to call those dust devils where I'm from originally, because that's all that flew around in them was dirt, because I lived in the desert. But now in Idaho, like leaves get stuck in them and it's like, oh, what do you call them now? But this one is so cute and so pretty, and it has the tan and the brown in it, that we're still getting this even look. So, hi Daisy. We're still kind of figuring out layout here. But that sounds like episode 13's problem, not episode 10, Kate. Okay, here we have 2 squares, 8-inch squares. We've got the brown sugar and this brown. And then I have 2 8-inch squares of background. This is just half square triangles. So I think there were different ways with like flying geese that we could have done these, but it was actually much easier to do this with half square triangles. So get ready to cut a bunch and to trim a bunch. You're welcome. Don't hate me because I'm making you trim half square triangles. I'm doing it to myself too, so we're all suffering. Let me find my big long skinny ruler. Everything feels a little out of sorts in here. All right, so we are going to use the 8 at a time half square triangle method. We're going to draw a big diagonal this way and a big diagonal this way. We'll do it in both of these background squares, and then we will go from there. All right, there we have our big old X's in there. Do we see that? Cut them right sides together with the brown. And then we're going to put them right sides together with the brown sugar. And then we are going to sew a 1/4 inch to the left of that line and a 1/4 inch to the right. Then rotate and do the same. This ain't our first rodeo with the 8 at a time method, is it? Let me breeze through that real fast and then I will check back in with you. There we have a brown square and a brown sugar square. Let's get our big ruler out and let's cut. Let's do our plus sign first. I'm feeling a little scattered this morning. I wonder why. I'm trying my best to focus, but it's a little hard for me today. All right, we're going to use the diagonal in this ruler, or we could just line that up with 4 inches. If you don't have the diagonal, since these are 8-inch squares, if you just put your edge here on 4 inches, then you'll get right in the middle. Let's trim, rotate, and trim right in the middle this way. And now it's time for our diagonals, but I moved them. So let's just diagonal these bad boys. All right, there we have our brown sugar half square triangles and our brown half square triangles. Let's go iron all of these open. And then we'll talk about this layout. I got confused a couple times when I first made the block. So we'll see how I do today, especially being scatterbrained. This could be entertaining. I'll be back. There we have them. Ta-da! I actually think it's really funny. I thought I was going to do a video today because it was actually sunshiny, and I kid you not, as soon as I started, the sun went away. That was rude. I hope we don't get any more snow. Okay, let's trim these half square triangles in the gloom. That sounds great. I've got my 4.5 inch ruler. These are going to be cut down to 3.5 inches. Just had to double check my notes there. To trim, we always line up our angle in our half square triangle with our angle here on the ruler. Since we want 3.5 inches, I'm going to leave a little bit extra underneath the ruler so that I have something to trim from all 4 sides. We'll do the right side and the top. And now that we've got a nice clean edge, we're going to line that exactly up with 3.5. And because we used the angle before, it should light up automatically again. And we do the same, trim the right side and the top. And then we have one perfect 3.5 inch half square triangle. Let's magic through the rest of these while I trim and eat some chocolate. I jinxed it. It's snowing. We probably had like 3 inches fall last night. I'm telling you, spring in Idaho is something else. I think it snowed more in the springtime than it did in the wintertime. Forget the cool transition. Now I'm grumpy. There you go. There it was. Okay, let's put this block together. I've got my little map here. So got those two going that way. And then naturally we have one go this way because that makes sense. And then we have a chocolate. Oh wait, those are neighbors. My bad. Then we have a chocolate one going the other way. I still have my candy stashed in my machine. Did you see that video? Sometimes I think I'm so funny. Okay, 2 browns right next to each other. And then a brown sugar. And then a chocolate. I've got candy on the brain. Next is the sky right here. Man, I may just have to take a picture of my drawing for you, just so you can get this yourself. Half square triangle that way. Half square that way. So you can see we've got our diamond there in the middle. And then our last chocolate goes that way. Here. Phew! We did it! With emotional support candy. All right, let's start putting this one together. We're going to start sewing 2 at a time to make our rows, right? And then after these 2 pieces are sewn together, then we'll sew them down the middle. But I just really think that I'm going to take this 1 row at a time. That way I don't lose the pattern or where they're supposed to be. So we could do a fancy smoosh, but I'm afraid I'll mess it up. So let's just take it little by little, 2 at a time to make our rows. Starting now. First row is done. And I also just realized that I left my music playing in the background. So hopefully I don't get flagged for copyright. Maybe you two won't notice. All right, let's do this next row here. We're going to do those two chocolates together with our brown sugar and chocolate. Lots of sugar today. That's cool. Here we go. And there is that one. Let's move on to row 3. Scoot that up just a little, but before we do, take a snack for the road. I did it again with the music last time. Today is a day. Let's do, oh, I was supposed to do a magic thing. Speaking of today being a day. Okay, last row, hurry. There, I did it the right way that time. Let's combine all of these rows together and then we will have a complete block. And there we have it. What's it called again? The windblown square. Oh, just look at the cute square and ignore me today, okay? We're here for the quilt block. I don't need an intervention. I'll be just fine. This turns out so cute. Like I said, I really don't have any way to like explain this layout. I'm literally just looking at the picture from this old paper piecing book. Do you see that? So you can see all my notes on there. But I literally just copied that picture. So I'm gonna hold it here for just an extra second. So if you're wanting to put this one together, you can. Yeah, this is the corner we started on. Just making sure. Isn't it cute? It's kind of fall vibes too, huh? All right, that should be long enough for you at least to screenshot it, huh? It's coming along, and it's so cute. All right, so that is only 3 more episodes of these Moda blockheads, friends, and the last 2 will actually be Moda blockheads. One of them is a foundation paper piecing one, so yeah, I feel like you either love foundation paper piecing or you hate it. Hopefully we're on the side where we love it, or at least we're willing to learn it. I love foundation paper piecing, so I wanted at least one of those in here. So maybe we'll work on that one next time, and then we will almost be done with this whole quilt top. Until next time, friends, well, I will have my, I almost said a bad word. I will have all of my stuff together. It'll be a little bit more focused. We will see you then. Bye.